Hey again, it's me. How's it going, you guys? All right. Um, okay, so oh my god. So I've spent quite a bit of time putting together these little bundles, very small little bundles of charms. Um, I've had emails asking about um selling charms, like, because a lot of people don't have a Dremel, they don't have a drill, they don't have any way to, take little game pieces and turn them into charms. And so I just thought, okay, I have tons of this stuff that I've collected, and I thought it would be nice if I put together an assortment of that kind of stuff and, offered that to people that maybe aren't able to do all that drilling and stuff on their own, or who don't have a Dremel or a drill or whatever. Anyway, so that's a secret. um, so I put together this bundle, and I wanted to just kind of show you guys what's in here. It's quite a bit. I just went nuts. Like, I just pulled stuff from all of my bins and boxes and tubs, and just, all kinds of stuff. There aren't really any, like metal charms that are, store-bought or whatever, other than these little gears. There's a couple of little gears. So, so basically, everything in here, I either drilled or put an eyelet in. If it was like a chipboard type of thing, I just put I punched it and put an eyelet in it. These are pieces from a tape measure, a cloth fabric measure, and I just cut a piece off and put a big eyelet in there just to, make it like a charm. I thought they were kind of cute. I have never done that. I have never done those before or seen those. So, and then I did some puzzle pieces. These are wooden puzzle pieces. They're all state from a state map. Here's another one of those gears. So basically everything that you're seeing, these are some little tickets made on some real stiff file folder. Everything that you're seeing in here is basically representative of what's in every one of these bundles. So just like these are little kids dominoes with animals. There's one wooden game piece in each one, and I drilled a hole in the top and then added the eye hook in there. There's some poker chips. Those have holes with a jump ring, and I added the jump rings on a lot of stuff. So what I was thinking was that I wanted to make these to where, all you have to do is just maybe put like a bulb pin or something like that through that loop and hook it onto your journal or onto a page or something. So if there was no hole, I made a hole somehow and made it easier for you to use it. And I did add all the jump rings onto things. So like I pulled out a whole bunch of buttons that had shanks on them, and I added the jump rings. And I tried to use the more heavy duty, the heaviest jump ring that I could to get it through whatever the hole was. Okay, so just to be sure that they were sturdy. Like this button had a small hole in it, so I had to use a little bit, lighter weight jump ring. The keys, they already have holes in them, so I didn't worry about putting anything on those. These are some little tiny poker chips, drilled a hole, added an eyelet, some Scrabble tiles. There's like 3 or 4 Scrabble tiles in each one. Some dominoes, drilled holes in the dominoes, added a jump ring, some larger dominoes. Like these are some really old ones. These are really cool dominoes. I love these. And then some little mini ones, some dice. I drilled a hole, added a eye hook on it, so you can just, it's already a charm. Everything is already made into a charm for you. Just little pieces of file folder, these little game pieces. I forget what that game is. If anybody knows what that game is that this came from, will you please tell me? Because I want more of them. I think they're so cool. And then just some little pieces of that, of one of the tape measures. It's like fabric. It's like plastic coated fabric. And I don't know. I just thought these were pretty cool. So I added an eyelet and a jump ring, some little puzzle pieces, some of these little blocks. These are like, you know, pre-Lego blocks. Some of these Rummy Cube pieces, little, you know, guy for a sorry game, added a eye hook in the top, or a hook eye, or whatever it's called. Screw eye. That's what it's called, a screw eye. Bunch of these leather buttons that I had. And just, you know, random things. This bundle happens to have a little buckle in it. So yeah, I haven't counted how many pieces are in here, but quite a few. I would say at least 50. Maybe closer to 75. I don't know. I haven't counted them, but it's a lot. So I wanted to do this because, for one thing, I just have so much of this kind of stuff that I just don't think there's any way I would lose interest completely in making those like charm dangles that I did before. I would lose interest completely in doing those before I ran out of stuff to do it. So, so I wanted to move it out. You know what I mean? Anyway, so then I put together this little pack of like hardware that I thought would be useful if you wanted to, use these in different ways. So I gave you 10 of these aluminum jump rings. These are 5/8 inch aluminum jump rings. They're really strong. Okay, so you definitely want to use pliers with those. And then this is a 1-inch book ring. And what I like to do is just punch a hole in a cover of a journal, put an eyelet in the hole, and then use a ring through that hole. And then I'll use like a piece of ball chain to hang my charms or some other type of chain. So I gave you a piece of ball chain. It's a 12-inch piece of ball chain, and then some of the connectors. So I did 3 connectors. And then there's a piece of just like curb chain, about 12 inches of curb chain, and that's just links of chain. See, so you can, add your own jump rings and make like a charm tassel dangle type of thing. And then I just added a bunch of bulb pins, some black and gold and silver bulb pins. And then a couple different types of clasps. This is like, this is like for fishing, and then just these little snap-on like lanyard clips, and then a little swivel, that kind of clip. See, like that. Okay. And then a little 1/2-inch book ring. Some of these guys, these are the Tim Holtz ones. Some of these are really tight, so you need to use pliers the first time to get them open sometimes. They can just be really, really tight. So, yeah. And all you have to do is just kind of just work them a little bit and they loosen up. See? But sometimes initially you have to use pliers to get them open. Okay, so that stuff, that's like all the hardware. And then because I'm super excited about my my little bullet bells, I wanted to include one of those in each of these bundles. So I added one in to each pack. They're all different. So some of them are a little louder than others, but you know, it's really cool if you add this on to something with other like metal things next to it, than just, you know, other things clinking against it will give you like a little bell, you know. So anyway, there is a little knocker in there, but so each one of these little charm packs has a has one of those little bells that I made, and then the hardware pack, and of course a plethora of fun charms that are made out of game pieces and puzzle pieces and all kinds of random things. Okay, so I have 12 of these available. I'm not going to put these in my Etsy shop. I'm just going to do these via PayPal. So if you want one, just send me an email and let me know how many you want. One by itself is light enough that it can go first class. So I'm going to do these for $35. So if you want one of these, they'll be $35 through PayPal. And then since they will go first class, I'm going to say $5 for shipping. Actually, we'll go $4 for shipping. So it'll be $39 altogether if you want one of these packs. Okay. And if you want two of them, then I'll do free shipping on the second one. Okay. So then we can upgrade that to like priority or something. Okay. So that's those. And then I've got this book bundle that I wanted to offer. It's all encyclopedias, but these are all like pretty old encyclopedias. I had a ton of these, so I'm offering these again. You guys somebody might remember seeing these in previous like book sales or something that I've done. This is the Funk and Wagnalls encyclopedia, highly illustrated. It's all in black and white. There's 6 encyclopedias in this bundle. They're all from different sets, and I've got 9 of these sets available. So I'm going to offer these. I'm going to do the set of 6. I'm going to say $5 a book. Okay, so $30 for the set. The weight on this bundle is about 14 pounds. So the shipping via media mail is going to be about $5, $6. So we'll call it $30, $5 for shipping. So we'll just call it 35. But I will, you know, specify shipping on the invoice. So anyway, so you're going to get one Funk and Wagnalls encyclopedia. Okay. And then there's this one, there's this set. These all were still in the original box that they were shipped in to the purchaser, the first purchaser. So this is the Standard American Encyclopedia. Oh, I forgot to look at the date on this Funk and Wagnalls one. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do remember that. It didn't say. These usually only say, oh, okay, 1950 and 1951. Okay, so this is like 1951. So this set, sometimes in encyclopedias, this one's 1937. In encyclopedia, sometimes the copyright date is only in the very first volume. So these are gorgeous. I love, well, I don't know. I love all of these encyclopedias. But you can imagine what it's starting to look like in here if I'm offering up 1 out of 6 different sets of encyclopedias, right? So, so I've got 9 altogether where I have at least 9 of them. Some of these I have like 15 or even 20, but I only have enough of all 6 sets to do 9 of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because there's 2 different ones where there's only 9 in, that I have. So, okay, so the Standard American Encyclopedia, and that's going to come in its original box. Because, you know, back in the day when people bought encyclopedias, they bought them like on a monthly basis where they would send them out one a month, sometimes every other month. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one is the Standard American Encyclopedia also, but this is a different set. I'm trying to find the date. Yeah, and this is 1938 also. 1937, 38. So just, you know, the cover on these is what I think is beautiful. Of course, you know, there's all kinds of good stuff in any encyclopedia, but I mean, a lot of the like botanical illustrations in these are really nice. They're great for using in collage or, you know, on tags and things like that, you know. I just love that stuff. So just kind of flipping through quickly. And these are all alphabetical. These are alphabetical, so they're not arranged like by subject in a volume. So it's all just like alphabetically arranged. But the cover is pretty awesome on these. I love that red cover. It's got like these roses and stuff. So with this kind of like Celtic pattern around the edges. And then the Book of Knowledge. One of these really pretty blue encyclopedias. This one, most recent copyright date 1935 on this one. This is a gorgeous encyclopedia. I love how all of these pages are laid out with this border. Yeah, they're just really nice. I want to keep them all, but you know, I just can't. It's like I don't have room for it. And also a lot of these, I don't have the complete set. So it's really not worth, you know, me trying to, you know, hang on to them as collectibles because I don't have the full set. And I don't want to, you know, go hunting down the, you know, the volumes that I don't have or whatever. So, okay. So this is the Book of Knowledge. And so you get one of those also. And then our Wonder World. So these are arranged by like subject kind of. So this is the Wonder of Life in this volume. These are beautiful books. So this one, let me see if I can find the copyright. Yeah, 1921 on these. So the Wonder of Life. So there's a beautiful map. Look at this one is, these encyclopedias are amazing. They're just gorgeous. I've actually had another set of these too. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that illustration. Yeah. Oh, look at the birds. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, this is a really, really beautiful book. Okay, so that's that one, The Wonder of Life. Okay, it's Our Wonder World. Our Wonder World. And then I'm going to do one Childcraft. So these are, what year were these? 1954. Okay. So these are also arranged by subject, and Childcraft are, I would consider them to be encyclopedias, children's encyclopedias. There are volumes in the set that are like storybooks and stuff, but I think in general, I would consider them children's encyclopedias. They're just laid out so that they're kind of interesting for kids, and usually, there's a lot of color and that kind of stuff, even in these older ones. There are some that this looks so much like a flow book image. Doesn't that look just like a flow book for paper lovers image right there? Anyway, so yeah, and then you'll get one Childcraft. I can't tell you which one exactly you're going to get, but and some of the covers are a little bit different, but they're all these orange ones. So so you'll get one of these. I was going to try to make these into journals, but I wound up doing those my bookshelf ones instead, and I'm trying to make some space. So, and I have another set of these, a full set that I'm going to hang on to. So I'm going to let these go. Okay, so those 6 books, which I have to say, I think it's a steal. $30 for those awesome encyclopedias. Okay. Plus $5 for shipping. And then I put together a paper pack. I had a couple people that have requested some ledger from me, and so as I was pulling stuff out to get their bundles together, I decided I might as well pull some extra and offer some paper packs. So what I wanted to do was kind of, do an assortment of stuff that are things that I like to use in my journals, and then some other stuff too. But I mean, I would love to use all of this in my journals, but like I haven't used any of these in my journals yet. These were actually pages from a doctor's ledger. He kept all of his patient records and all that kind of stuff in these little, like, obviously that size, little, like composition books. And so, and all of them look like this. I have a few of these. The writing in them is really small, but you can see like all of their like their blood pressure and temperature, and then if he did any prescriptions, that kind of stuff is all in here, the time of the appointment. And then in the back of each one, there was some accounting stuff. So like what the charges were and how much they still owed and things like that. Like this doctor was quite the record keeper, and he kept all of his records in these little ledgers. So there's about, I don't know, I think about 8 or 10, pages from each one in here. So, and then this was a, like a chemistry composition book, someone's chemistry, biochemistry, notes. Okay. So there are a few blank pages, but there's a lot of this kind of stuff. So it's all, written in pencil, and lots of like chemistry, notes. Okay. And then I have a lot of this paper. This is an engineering like type of paper with the grid. So I thought, all right, I got to come up off of some of it. So I tore apart a few of the pads of this that I have. It's vintage paper. It's just been tucked away in somebody's, you know, in somebody's office for a long time. So I took apart, I think, 4 of those and just split them up in these bundles. Okay. So you get a bunch of that, and this is great to coffee dye or whatever. And then because I love you, I decided to share some onion skin paper. So this is like a medium weight onion skin. You might be able to get this to run through your printer. I don't know. If I were you, I would maybe tape it down onto another piece of paper if you want to try to do that. You can coffee dye this if you want to. I would recommend laying them out, not touching each other, because they do have a tendency to stick to each other. If you dry your paper in the oven like I do, onion skin will stick to each other. So kind of like glassine does. So yeah, so there's like 10 sheets of onion skin, and this is what they call a cockle finish. So it's kind of textured. It's almost like kind of like, I don't know. You can kind of see the texture. It's got it's just textured. So anyway, so about 10 sheets of that. And then this is just a cotton rag paper that I love. And I love that it has the red margins. This is a legal size. So this paper is amazing for coffee dyeing because of the cotton content in it. It just absorbs that color really, really well. And the coffee or tea or avocado, whatever, it just is able to absorb into the fibers of the paper really, really well. So it's I think it's just because it's like more porous or something, but it's beautiful paper, and it's like one of my favorites. So anyway, so there's 10 sheets of that. And then there's 2 sheets, 2 pages, 2 full pages from this ledger. This was a general store ledger, 1902. Okay, so you get a couple pages out of that ledger. And then this is, this was actually another general store ledger, but there weren't that many pages that were written on in here, but I like it anyway. I just think that the paper is really, really pretty. It's a little bit brittle, so, you know, I don't ever use this folded up in journals. I use it to glue like onto the back of tags and things like that, to add like writing space on journaling cards and things like that. So you get 3 sheets of that. And then this is another bank ledger. If you've, you know, watched any of my other like sales videos, I've offered this ledger in other bundles before, and I use this in my journals a lot. This you can fold and use it. It's kind of funny because the other side is upside down. So what they would do is, you know, use this side, and then they would flip it, and then they would start using the back of the page. So I think that's actually kind of cool. You know, if you're, then you're all about repurposing and recycling, right? So this ledger is like it was like a landlord's record book. So it's the recording of all the rent payments that were made at different apartments and different properties and stuff. So it's kind of cool. I love the way it's like one of the pages is shorter than the others. So, you know, because of the calendar. So anyway, so there's lots of numbers and stuff on this, and it's just really, I love using this ledger in collage just because it's just different. You know, it just looks you know, different than a lot of other ledger papers. So, and then I'm going to do 10 sheets out of the, this is the teller's blotter. So some of the pages are kind of like a, oh, what do they call that yellow? I forget what that yellow is called. Where it's just like a different tone of yellow. This is more of a bright yellow. What is that called? I can't remember. Anyway, so you get 10 pages out of here. And so this is cool because it gives you the like the balance in gold, silver, cash items, currency. And so this is what how the tellers would report what happened in their register every day on a daily basis. So these are all the checks that they took in, and then individual deposits, general debits, general credits, and then the totals. So, okay, so these bundles, these are going to be $30 also. And I don't know. I have to weigh it. Actually, no. I was going to do these for 25. Sorry. 25. Let me see what the weight is. If it's less than 15 ounces, this can go first class, or less than 16 ounces. So it's 15 ounces. So I'm going to say, yes, these can go first class. So I'll do $5 for shipping on these also. I would say if you buy two, I'll do free shipping, but I can't really combine things together. Okay, so everything is going to kind of have to ship separately. And, you know, just because of the way these need to get packed, the books are going to go in something different. Like I can't really pack everything together. If you wanted one of each thing, I can't really ship them all together. And it does make it easier on me if I could just do them all separately. Anyways, but if you do two of these, I will cover the shipping on the second one, and I'll upgrade it to priority on these. Okay. So I suppose if you wanted to do two of the paper packs, I could probably do the same thing. I can't do that on the books, but I could do that on the paper packs. So if you want two of the paper packs, and I put 12 of these together, but I could probably do, 20 of these. I have enough paper. I might need to substitute the chemistry notes for something else, but I've got plenty of everything else to do as many as like 20 or 25 of these bundles. So, okay. So again, send me an email if you're interested in any of these collections, and I will send you an invoice through PayPal. And thank you guys for understanding as I kind of got myself caught up from Christmas and all the, shipping and all that stuff. So I'm very conscientious about it, believe it or not. And when I have like a lot of little things that are like loose ends out there, it just makes me crazy and it makes me feel really guilty. So anyway, but thank you guys for, all your support always. I really do appreciate it. And I am planning to do a book sale sometime probably next week, I'm thinking. And Carla and I talked about maybe doing a live sale together, maybe in February. And then I'm also doing some fabric bundles. I'm going to do like a boho fabric bundle, and then I'm going to do a quilt top pack, like vintage feed sack quilt top stuff. And then I'm also going to do a chenille pack. So I got some gorgeous chenille that I'd like to, get out there. So anyway, all right, you guys, I love you. Send me an email. Let me know what you want, and I'll get you an invoice. Okay. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye for now.